Dealing with toxic people can be draining, but Stoicism offers timeless wisdom to handle them with composure and strength. Here are 13 Stoic-inspired ways to manage toxic individuals effectively. Recognize what you can control, the dichotomy of control. Stoic principle. Focus only on what's within your power, your thoughts, actions, and responses. Action. Accept that you can't change a toxic person, but you can control how you react. Practice emotional detachment. Stoic principle. Don't let others dictate your emotions. Action. Observe their behavior without internalizing it. Ask, is this worth my energy? Set firm boundaries. Stoic principle. Virtue requires protecting your peace. Action. Politely but firmly limit interactions. Say no without guilt. Respond, don't react. Stoic principle. A wise person acts, a fool reacts. Action. Pause before responding. Choose logic over emotion. See them as a test of character. Stoic principle. Obstacles are opportunities for growth. Action. View difficult people as a chance to practice patience and resilience. Don't take it personally. Stoic principle. People act from their own flaws, not yours. Action. Remind yourself their toxicity reflects them, not you. Use the view from above. Stoic principle. Zoom out. How does this matter in the grand scheme? Action. Ask, will this matter in a year? If not, let it go. Limit your exposure. Stoic principle. Avoid unnecessary suffering. Action. If possible, minimize contact. If not, e.g. at work, keep interactions brief and neutral. Reframe their behavior. Stoic principle. Perception shapes reality. Action. Instead of they're horrible, think, they're struggling, how can I stay unaffected? Practice silence over arguments. Stoic principle. Silence is often the strongest response. Action. Don't engage in pointless debates. Walk away if needed. Focus on self-improvement. Stoic principle. The best revenge is not being like them. Action. Invest in your growth, read, meditate, and strengthen your mind. Forgive, but don't forget. Stoic principle. Holding on to anger harms you, not them. Action. Release resentment but maintain boundaries. Remember, this too shall pass. Stoic principle. Everything is temporary. Action. Toxic people come and go. Your peace is permanent if you guard it. Final Stoic thought. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By applying these Stoic principles, you can navigate toxicity with wisdom, resilience, and unshakable inner peace. Number 10. Practice silence over arguments. A Stoic's ultimate power move. Why silence is Stoic gold. Toxic people often thrive on drama, conflict, and emotional reactions. When you engage in arguments with them, you feed their need for attention, drain your own energy, give them power over your emotions. The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, emphasized that silence is a form of mastery. It's the ability to remain unmoved by foolishness. How to use Stoic silence effectively. The pause, the 3-second rule. When a toxic person says something provoking, pause for 3 seconds before responding. Ask yourself, will responding improve anything? If not, stay silent. The non-reaction. Toxic people want a reaction. Anger, defensiveness, frustration. Instead, give them calm indifference. Smile slightly, nod, or say, interesting. Example. Them. You're so lazy. You, pause. Then change subject or walk away. The exit strategy. If they keep pushing, politely disengage. I'll think about that. Let's talk about this another time. I'm not going to discuss this right now. Then physically remove yourself if needed. Silence as a mirror. Sometimes, saying nothing forces them to confront their own toxicity. Their words hang in the air, exposing their irrationality, without you lifting a finger. Stoic quotes to remember. Silence is a lesson learned from the many sufferings of life. Seneca. Better to trip with the feet than with the tongue. Zeno, founder of Stoicism. If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses but answer. He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone. Epictetus. When to break silence, rarely. Only respond if the person is open to reason. Most toxic people aren't. Your response protects your boundaries, e.g., I won't tolerate disrespect. Silence would cause real harm, e.g., false accusations. Otherwise, silence is your shield. Would you like examples of how historical Stoics used silence against toxicity? Yes. How the Stoics used silence against toxicity. Historical examples. The greatest Stoic philosophers didn't just preach silence, they practiced it as a weapon against foolishness, insults, and toxic behavior. Here's how they mastered the art of quiet strength. Socrates. The power of humble silence. Yes, Socrates influenced Stoicism. The story. When an angry man slapped Socrates in public, the philosopher didn't react. Later, his students asked why he didn't retaliate. Socrates replied, "If a donkey kicked me, would I sue the donkey?" Stoic lesson. Toxic people are like donkeys, loud, irrational, and beneath your dignity to engage with. Silence exposes their foolishness. Epictetus. When faced with insults. The quote, "If someone speaks badly of you, instead of defending yourself, say, 'He doesn't know my other faults, or he would have mentioned those too.'" The lesson. By not defending yourself, you deny the insulter the satisfaction of a reaction. Show that their words have no power over you. Marcus Aurelius. The emperor who stayed silent. The challenge. As Roman emperor, Marcus faced constant betrayal, gossip, and political enemies. His strategy. In his journal, Meditations, he wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Instead of punishing critics, he ignored petty insults and focused on ruling justly. Why it worked. His silence made him untouchable, while his enemies destroyed themselves with drama. Cato the Younger. The unbreakable Stoic. The story. When an opponent in the Senate publicly insulted Cato, he sat completely still, expressionless, until the man exhausted himself. The crowd laughed at the insulter, not Cato. The lesson. Silence plus unshakable composure equals victory without a word. Zeno, founder of Stoicism. The art of the non-answer. The quote. "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so we can listen twice as much as we speak." His technique. When provoked, Zeno would pause, breathe, and often choose not to respond, making the other person reveal their own ignorance. How to apply these lessons today. Next time a toxic person tries to bait you, pause, like Zeno. Ask yourself, would Socrates argue with a donkey? Stay silent, like Cato, or respond with humor like Epictetus. Walk away, like Marcus Aurelius, focusing on bigger things. Silence isn't weakness, it's the ultimate power move. Want a modern-day script for handling insults with Stoic silence? Me know.